Hello everyone, and welcome back to 9-9. But as we're coming back, Sora is leaving. What kind of route is this? Oh well, she'll be back. She always comes back.
Later. Be careful on the way.
Okay, bye. Just like yesterday, I see Sora off. She was back to her usual self this morning, but I still found myself asking her again if there really wasn't anything wrong. Needless to say, she just brushed me off. I know she's worked up over something, but I'm still hesitant to push her on it. We're in such a complicated mess here that I can't afford to act rashly. Except for every single decision we make is going to have dire consequences, maybe? So what's rash? But is it really being rash if all I'm doing is worrying about Sora? Would that really be putting things at risk? It's clear now why Sophie has been so selective with what information she tells us. The burden of knowledge can be a terrible thing. We end up paralyzed by our thoughts. We become too cautious, hesitating when we should be taking action. Man, what am I gonna do? I head back to the living room and sit down on my bed. For now, I should just focus on what I need to do. For whatever reason, my petrification has been healing more rapidly recently, and now my wrist and ankle are free. Nice. Meaning I can finally take what's left of these pants off. The only spot remaining is my petrified shoe. Maybe the petrification healed faster because I slept all day yesterday? I'm not sure. But if I'm lucky, I'll be fully healed by tomorrow. I'll probably only need to call Mom once or twice more. I should be able to convince her not to come. I pick up my phone and call home.
Moshi, Nimi desu.
Hey, Mom, it's me, Kakeru.
ちょっとなんで名前言うのよ。人のネタ潰さないでよね。
That's
That's why
why.
I said it. Look, the joke's getting kind of stale. Sorry, but could you call school for me again?
I was expecting that.
あんたまだ具合悪いの？
I like how those coughs sounded like they were from, like, Zero the Hutt.
I mean, I was thinking Zoolander, but yeah.
Still a bit under the weather, but I should be good by tonight.
Give or take.
早く治しなさいよ。というか、そう。あなた言いなさいよ。
Well, I kind of felt stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Tell you what.
なんで彼女できたこと黙ってたの？
I did?
What are you talking about?
昨日来たわよ。うちに。お見舞いにって。
Uh-oh. The house. Wait, like where you live? Huh? Who was it?
だから彼女よ。あんたの。
Oh no.
No, Mom, seriously, I don't have a girlfriend.
What did this girlfriend look like?
なんでそんな嘘つくの？
But I honestly don't have one.
でも来たのよ。昨日。
What was her name?
名前なんだったかしらね。聞いたんだけど。
Who the heck would come to your place? Now I'm getting scared.
There's no way it was Cujo. She has no reason to visit my parents' house, and she doesn't even know where it is. The same reasoning rules out Kosaka-senpai and Yuki. Ghost? No. If she was back, Sophie would have told me. I can't think of anyone else it might be.
Oh.
Do you know?
I think my theory is right.
Are you going to tell us your theory, or are we going to stay in suspense?
My theory is that Sora is fading. Like, that's the effect of overusing her power.
Oh! I get what you mean now. Ah, you know what? That That's not a left field theory at all. I think that makes perfect sense.
Because I think, like, the guy who, like, exploded into flames, the reason that it happened was he overused his power and he couldn't control it. And so his, stigma, like, took over and he lost it. But he only went up into flames because that's his power.
Right.
It's like... So I think it's just your power goes haywire, and hers would be things disappearing.
You know what?
Or, like, fading away.
That makes perfect sense when you think about it, because that's the reason that she didn't pick up more stuff when she dropped by the house. Because her parents didn't recognize her.
It's also why when she entered, she didn't say anything. And we called out to her several times and then opened, and she was, like, happy to see us because she was thinking maybe that we wouldn't remember her.
I think you're right on.
Or it actually is Ghost and she's back. It's one of those two.
No, I think what you said is right, because if it was Ghost, he's right. Sophie would have caught it. So I think you're right. Unfortunately, I think we're well on our way to a bad end. Anyone who'd come to my parents' house and call herself my girlfriend has to be a stalker. Gives me the creeps.
名前は思い出せないんだけど、ほら、髪の毛こう。
We're on a regular call and not video chat, right?
Yes, that's why it's hilarious. It's like, I can't see what you're talking about, Mom.
Mom, I can't see you. Saying it was like this doesn't tell me anything.
She had hair like this. Pulls up poorly drawn picture.
なんだか印象の薄い子だったわね。思い出せないわ。結んでたのよ、後ろ。横で
100% Sora.
Wait, tied to the side in a ponytail?
そう、多分。きっと。
When did she show up?
何時かは忘れたけど、暗くなる前
Before it got dark.
Oh, well then.
Did Sora get a look at her?
ん誰
That confirms it.
Sora.
ああ、そうソラちゃんよ、名前
Huh?
あんたの彼女ソラちゃんよそうだったはず、多分
Well, yes, but no.
I mean, look, not yet? What are you saying? Come on, that's too far even for a joke.
そっちこそ何言ってんのよ可愛い彼女ね印象薄いけどいつから付き合ってるの
You're serious, aren't you?
あら、本当に彼女じゃないのストーカー
She's not my girlfriend, and she's definitely not a stalker.
じゃあ何よ
My sister.
ああ、そうお兄ちゃんって言ってたあなた彼女になんて呼ばせてるの変な趣味ね
It would be comical if it wasn't so sad.
Never mind. You'll call school for me, right?
はいはい彼女のことちゃんと聞かせなさいよ
Yeah, someday.
Okay, so is this the point where we can call Sophie and be like, hey, red flag, warning signs, we have problems?
Yeah, it's a problem.
I hang up and throw my phone onto the bed. Yep.
Sophie!
I call out to her. Though it only takes her a few seconds to appear, it feels like ages. By the time she arrives, I'm at my wit's end.
なーに切羽詰まった顔ね
This is an emergency.
簡潔に話して
Mom's forgotten about Sora's existence.
確かなの
That didn't seem like an act to me, at least.
そう確かに非常事態ね
You said before that when someone's existence vanishes, everyone's memories of them do too, right?
ええ
But why is it happening to Sora instead of Ghost?
Sophie doesn't respond. But I already know the answer. There's only one thing this could mean.
Sora's powers have started going berserk, haven't they?
目に見える力じゃないから気づくのが遅れたわね。対抗力の弱い人間をそばに置いておくべきだった。もっとも気づいてもすぐには対処できないけれど。
You don't have that medicine you talked about ready?
無理よ。あと数日はかかる。
I don't think we have that long.
Don't you have any in stock? Didn't you make some last time?
前って1000年近く前のことよ。ないわよ、ストックなんて。
You left that part out.
Damn it!
アンブロシアが完成するまで空のことを認識し続ける。あなたにできることはそれだけよ。
There's gotta be something.
But as I'm shouting that, I come to a realization. Sophie suggested keeping people with low impedance, in other words, people who aren't users, around Sora to see if our artifact was going haywire. Mom's already completely forgotten about Sora. In that case, what about Sora's classmates?
Where's Sora right now?
少し待って。
Sophie lands on the table and freezes. This is probably a weird way of explaining it, but it looks like all the power went out of her, like a soul leaving its vessel. She remains like that for a few moments. Huh, I wonder if she can't use the plushie while she's doing other relevant things.
I don't think she can. It's like she can either scan everything or she can be in like one place.
Makes sense.
お待たせ。
Sophie's body once again fills with life.
学校には向かっていないわね。いつもの道からそれている。
Where's she headed?
わからないわよ、そんなの。土地勘がないんだもの。
Alright, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell me what direction she headed after she stepped off the path from school.
東。
East. Alright, that's the opposite direction from the station, in which case...
I get up and pull my shirt off.
そんな体で出かけるの？
I can't abandon her.
石になった部分は隠しなさいよ。
I know.
I put on a long-sleeved shirt and stretch the cuffs out. And while it looks weird, I put a glove onto my right hand. Everybody will just think I'm a Michael Jackson impersonator, it's fine. As for my right foot, only one way to do this.
雑ね。
Well, that does work. Sophie sighs as she watches me wrap my petrified shoe in packing tape. Fuck off. I don't have any time to worry about how I look. Once I'm done, I toss aside the roll of tape and I get to my feet. I need to find Sora as fast as possible.
Keep an eye on Sora for me.
してるわよ。北に進路を変えた。
Gotcha, thanks.
I stuff my left foot into a shoe and dash out of the door. Sophie follows after me. I'm running as fast as I can, but my petrified foot seriously holds me back. Damn it, you can't even call this running. Fuck! Even though my ankle is free, the lack of feeling in my foot makes it hard to keep my balance. Worse, I can't risk putting too much pressure on the petrified foot. No, this isn't the time to be worrying about myself.
焦る必要はないわよ。すぐにあなたの記憶が消えることはないわよ。多分ね。
That doesn't inspire confidence.
Even if that's true, my sister's in trouble. That's more than enough to be rushing if you ask me.
あら、素敵なお兄さんね。空の監視に集中する。しばらく反応できないわよ。
Thanks.
Okay, good. I thought she was gonna stick around with that face. I watch Sophie vanish into her portal, then resume walking. I have an idea of where Sora might be headed. I go straight there. However... When I reached the shrine, she's nowhere to be seen. Judging by the direction she went, I thought for sure she was headed here. But now that I think about it, being forgotten by her friends and family must have been a huge shock to her. There's no way she'd willingly go anywhere she might run into one of them. She's not here. So where is she?
公園よ。
Just then, Sophie rematerializes.
今ベンチに座った。また移動しないうちに捕まえた方がいいわよ。
On my way, thanks.
I start running, and Sophie disappears again. It'd be nice if she could stick around to guide me, but now's not the time to be asking for more favors. More importantly, I need to hurry. I arrive at the park, gasping for breath, and scan the area. There's a group of small kids, their mothers watching over them. Makes sense. At this time, only parents with kids too young to be at school would be at a park. Which is why anyone wearing a school uniform would stick out like a sore thumb. The parents keep glancing nervously in a particular direction, and that's where I head. I find Sora huddled up on a bench and plop down on the seat next to her.
If you hang around here, the truant officer's gonna find you.
Sora looks up, puzzled. The moment she sees it's me, she forces out a smile. But it's so stiff, it hurts to look at.
やべえ見つかっちゃった。なんか今日学校行く気しなくてさ、サボろうかと。
You could just be honest with us. Her voice grows quieter and quieter before trailing off. She's realized I know. That's why I'm here after all. Her smile crumbles. She hangs her head, looking down at the ground with teary eyes. Finally, she starts to talk. She explains what's happening to her.
昨日学校に行ったらみんなに変な顔されて、でも友達は普通に接してくれたから、その時はまだ気づいてなくて。でもお昼になったら一瞬誰って顔されて、冗談かなって思ったけど、そうじゃなかった。放課後になったら、私はみんなにとって知らない人になってた。やっと私の力のせいだって気がついた。
Her trembling voice grinds to a halt. Silence. But I know Sora's not done talking yet. I quietly wait for her to continue. I'll sit here until she can work up the courage to say what happened next.
もしかしてって思って家に帰ってみた。お母さんも私のことわからなくなってた。お兄ちゃんにも忘れられちゃったらって思ったら怖かった。でも覚えててくれて嬉しかった。すごくほっとした。
Finally, Sora turns to face me. Her eyes are filled with grief.
ねえ、私どうなっちゃったの？力なんて使ってないよ。なのになんでみんなから私が消えちゃってるの？お兄ちゃんの記憶からももうすぐ消えちゃうの？
Wow.
やだよ。そんなのやだよ。
Words are cheap. I've always believed that actions are how you really show your sincerity. But there's a time for words as well. And I think right now is one of those times. I reach out and pat Sora on the head. I swear to you, Sora, I won't let this become a lie.
I'll never forget about you, Sora. Come on. Let's go home.
This is really sad. I wasn't prepared for this. The moment we return home, Sora falls fast asleep. I explained about the medicine Sophie was making, and she looked incredibly relieved. She probably didn't sleep a wink last night. No wonder she conked out right the moment we got back. I can't imagine the pain she went through, discovering that her friends and even her parents had forgotten all about her. It's incomprehensible. Damn.
かける
Is the like when she erased Ghost mostly,
Mm-hmm.
is that a like one-time use, or does she have to like keep using her powers to prevent Ghost from coming back?
I don't think she has to keep using her powers because she said
Okay.
she hasn't been using her powers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that was probably just a one-time thing. Also, it's not permanent because Ghost is coming back. Just slowly.
Yeah.
Sophie calls out to me. I turn around and see her floating in the kitchen. I guess whatever this is about, she doesn't want Sora to overhear. I get up and hobble over.
空の様子は
She's still shaken, and it looks like she can't control her powers.
そうでしょうね。経験上、これから一気に崩れるわよ。もう猶予はあまりないわね。
Okay, if you had to make a ballpark estimate, do you think that the Ambrosia is going to be ready before that happens, or... For a second, it feels like my heart stopped. We're running out of time. I have to do something before it's too late.
How long until you can finish the medicine?
あと2、3日ってところね。
Too long.
急がせてはいるけれどどうにもならないわ。こればっかりは。
Is there anything else you can do? Some way to mitigate the problem?
本人の気の持ちよう。強い意志。それだけよ。だからこそ、心が折れれば症状が一気に悪化する。
Will she make it? 3 whole days?
あなた次第。
There's something I can do?
あるわよ。あなたにしかできないことが。もちろん。
Tell me how.
特別なことじゃないわ。あなたが空の拠り所になっているのは間違いない。だから、今まで通りいいお兄さんでいてあげればいいのよ。
Right. And that's not a problem. But with the direction this has been going in, do you understand the implications?
支えてあげなさい。空が元気を取り戻せば、1週間でも2週間でも持つわよ。あくまでも、このままじゃダメってだけ。
I see. 2 whole weeks. Thank God.
でも、
Why does there have to be a however? Sophie adds sternly as I breathe a sigh of relief.
安心するのは早いわよ。情緒不安定な人間を支えるのはとても難しい。話が支離滅裂になって会話自体が成立しなくなることだってある。逆に感情が乏しくなって外的刺激に全く反応を示さなくなることもある。
It feels like she's been through this process.
気をつけなさい。空の心が折れれば消えてしまいたいとでも願ってしまったら、きっとあなたも空を忘れる。
No pressure.
十二分に気をつけなさい。いつも叩いている憎まれ口。冗談のつもりでもそれだけでぽっきり言っちゃうかもしれないから。
I understand. Thank you. I'll be careful.
あなた存外素直なのよね。本当に気をつけなさいね。時には嘘も必要よ。素直なだけじゃダメ。
Yes, but what about the dire ramifications?
Okay. I understand.
何かあったらすぐに呼びなさい。今回だけは怒らないであげるわ。もっとも力になれるかはわからないけれど。
Alright. Thank you.
After I thank her, Sophie disappears. So everything is riding on Sora's feelings, and on whether or not I can support her. When Sophie was telling me all that stuff about how I was a singularity, I didn't really get it. But now, I'm painfully aware of what she meant. I have to weigh every action carefully, because even the smallest misstep could tear Sora away from me. I head back to the living room and sit down next to my bed. Still fast asleep. From the looks of it, she didn't hear our conversation. There isn't much I can do for Sora. Just a couple of things, really. Above all, keep my promise to her. And stay here beside her. Until she's finally free from the artifact's curse. The sun goes down, and day turns to night. When Sora woke up, she tried to act like her usual cheerful self, but she kept spacing out. It's obvious she's still feeling down. She didn't have much of an appetite either. She hardly ate anything for lunch or dinner. I wanted to do something for her, so I thought about calling over Kujo, Yuki, and Kosaka-senpai since they likely still remembered her, but I decided against it in the end. I settled for telling just Kujo about everything that's happened to Sora. She seemed truly worried, but I've got a nagging fear. The day after I was attacked by Ghost, I explained what happened to Kujo and Yuki. Back then, Kujo looked like she was having trouble putting her thoughts into words, and she trailed off more than once. She said she was just spacing out. And I'm pretty sure that right after was when she said we'd be fine for a little while since Sora had erased Ghost with her powers. I was only dimly aware of it at the time, but the timing of Kujo's pauses left an impression on me. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but what if Kujo was already starting to lose her memories of Sora? That would explain why she looked a little confused every time I mentioned her. I might be reading too much into it, but I can't deny the possibility. And if that's true, then I can't possibly let Kujo, Yuki, or Kosaka-senpai see Sora right now. What if they start forgetting Sora while they're talking to her? If they ask her who she is in the middle of a conversation, Sora might completely break down. I'm not confident I can support her through that. I can't afford to take any risks right now. Every decision matters. I've got to make the right one.
お兄ちゃん
Hmm?
I look up from the monitor and turn to Sora. She's lying on the bed, playing with her phone.
もう動画終わってるよ
Huh? Oh.
To be honest, I wasn't paying any attention at all to what I was watching. Turns out that not only have the credits rolled, I've even gotten to the recommended for you pop-up with a bunch of similar looking stuff.
面白かった
Yeah, it was pretty alright.
嘘見てなかったでしょ
You got me.
Caught me, huh?
考え事
Kinda, yeah.
当てようか私のことでしょ
Nailed it.
For some reason, that elicits a smile out of her, and she rolls over to my side.
嬉しい
What for?
お兄ちゃんが私のこと考えてくれて
Of course I am. This is a crisis.
頭の中が私でいっぱいになってるのが嬉しいドキッとした
Earlier, yes.
Like...
I'm about to say like hell, but I catch myself.
Okay, that would have been good to know before that line.
You never get those kind of prompts before. It's always after. Like... Man, it feels weird having to watch what I say around Sora. Our usual patter won't work. What do I even say? Sora snickers and gently pats my head. Guess she figured me out already.
いつも通りにしてよね。調子狂っちゃう。心配してもらえるのは嬉しいけどね。
I'm currently running a doting older brother campaign. Take advantage of it while it lasts.
But I keep getting low rolls.
どこまで甘えていいの？
Just keep it reasonable.
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
じゃあ、
Sora draws even closer and wraps her arms around me.
あのね、
Yeah?
キスして。
Huh?
Sora says nothing more. Her warm breath tickles my ear. Something's different. Normally, Sora wouldn't be able to keep a straight face saying something like that. And that wasn't her normal joking tone. Emotional instability, confusion. Sophie's warning flashes through the back of my mind. Don't tell me Sora's serious. Holy shit.
Hey, Sora.
She brings her lips closer, her breath tickling my cheek.
Sora. Sora?
Her face is millimeters from mine now. Just before her lips touch my cheek. She smiles impishly and pulls away. Ooh, that was close.
お兄ちゃん、こういうのはうまく返せないんだね。
Oh, my heart. Ah, sheesh. She was just teasing me. God, I can't believe I seriously thought she was coming on to me. I blush and look away.
だっせー、さすが童貞。
Rude.
Shut up, you're a virgin too, aren't you?
そうですよ。お兄ちゃんのために取ってあるの。
Stop that.
Give me a break.
超だっせー、動揺してる。
Am not, screw you.
Wait, no. Poor choice of words.
してるじゃん。ドキドキしてるでしょ？
No.
私はしてるよ。
Oh.
わあ、マジか。こんなに効くとは。
I'm not that smart. How do you think Ghost got me?
You know what? True.
I mean...
Oh, shut up. Go to bed.
まだ眠くないもん。
Too bad. I am. Even if you're not sleepy, go to sleep.
寝るのが怖い。
I promised, remember? When you wake up tomorrow, I'll tell you good morning, just like always.
うん。
Stop worrying and go to sleep. You've had a rough day.
お兄ちゃん、
Yeah?
大好き。
It won't work this time.
今のは冗談じゃないよ。
Sora hugs me from behind again and rests her forehead against me. We stay like that for a while, until finally Sora gets off the bed.
歯磨いてくる。
Okay.
Sora walks into the bathroom and closes the door behind her. Dots. I love you, Oni-chan. Sora used to say that a dozen times a day when we were kids. It always made me happy, and back then I'd always reply with an I love you too. But around the time that I started middle school, when Sora was close to graduating elementary, I started getting embarrassed, so I told her to knock it off. After that, she started telling me she loved me less and less. Started acting less clingy, too. Nowadays, we banter all the time, always trying to take each other down a peg. We hardly ever say something so sappy to each other. The fact that Sora has started reverting to her younger self, the fact that she's exclusively calling me Oni-chan now, is not a good omen. I have to protect her. As Sora's older brother, I need to support her. That's why I'm here. I reaffirm my resolve. I spent a little while reminiscing about the old days together. In kindergarten and elementary school, Sora was so attached to me that she tried to follow me to my classes. The night before my field trip, she threw a tantrum because she wanted to go with me. The next morning, she sobbed the whole time she was seeing me off. It was only around the time that she started high school that she stopped being quite so needy, and we built up our new rapport of teasing each other. She blossomed as a person. She opened up more, started smiling and yelling, both around other people. Of course, she's still a little spoiled. Even now, she's got me wrapped around her little finger. No matter what kind of crazy stunts Sora pulled, I was always the one Mom and Dad yelled at. She still got a habit of being quick to apologize, and then just as quick to forget what got her into hot water in the first place. Despite that, it's only with her family that she'll repeat her mistakes. Surprisingly, when she's with her friends, she has her act together. I know. I've seen her out there at sports festivals, cultural festivals, you name it. In elementary and middle school, all of her classmates and friends really relied on her. In fact, I'm honestly kind of amazed how different she is when she's with her friends than she is with her family. Good. I still remember it all. I haven't forgotten anything. I won't ever let myself forget that I'm Sora's older brother.
Hello, that you, Mom?
どなたですか？
How long are you gonna keep that up for? It's me, Kakeru.
はい。
Kakeru? Your son, Kakeru?
ああ、はいはい。息子か。
You really like that gag, huh, Mom? Anyway, sorry, could you, call the school for me again today?
まだ治らないの？ずいぶんと長いわね。
It's a really bad cold.
Yeah, looks like it. So you'll call for me?
はいはい。お大事にね。
That's today's business taken care of. 3 days of school missed. Ugh, I shudder to think of how behind I'll be on homework when I return, but I'll just have to live with it.
咳か。治ってよかったね。
Aha!
Oh, yeah.
I curl my right hand into a fist and roll my right ankle around. When I woke up this morning, the petrification had completely vanished. I can move my fingers, and more importantly, I can finally take my shoe off. I do, and we both die. I wonder if my burning desire to protect Sora accelerated the healing process. Since artifacts are manifestations of Soul's power, or whatever, I suppose that's actually a possibility. I'd be fine to go to school today, but there is no way I'm leaving Sora alone. Hence why I'm calling in sick for a few more days. Until Sophie completes her medicine and frees Sora from her artifact, I'm not leaving her side.
なんか学校休んだ日ってちょっとワクワクするね。しかもお兄ちゃんと一緒に悪いことしてる気分。
Let's keep that level of naughty.
Good luck.
I've been doing this for 3 days, so I'm a total pro at cutting class by now. I don't even feel an ounce of guilt.
I do, however, feel a sense of dread about the homework that I will have to complete.
And the exam.
Yeah.
みやこ先輩に伝えた？治ったって。
Oh yeah, that slipped my mind. I guess I should text her before class starts.
私の心配もしてくれてるかな。
Sure.
Of course she is.
そうだね。
Oh, the fraction of doubt. I couldn't miss that hesitation. Shit, I screwed up. Kujo has messaged me a bunch of times the past few days about how I've been doing and all that. But The only time she's mentioned Sora is when I brought her up. I'm guessing she hasn't texted Sora directly at all. Or more accurately, she's incapable of it. From the look of it, Kujo can no longer recall Sora unless someone else reminds her of Sora's existence. Her memories are growing hazy as well. Sora obviously picked up on that.
So what do you want to do today?
In an attempt to cover for my blunder, I changed the topic. Sora tilts her head quizzically.
どうするって？
Well, since I'm healed and all, I kind of feel like going out.
出かけるって大丈夫なの？
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm perfectly healthy now.
そうじゃなくて、こんな時間にうろついて、私はともかくお兄ちゃんはまずいでしょ。
That would make it so much worse. Hey you, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be in school? Nah, I'm just out with my sister. Who?
It's fine. As long as we don't wear uniforms, we won't get caught. Come on, it'll be fun. So where do you want to go?
どこでもいいの？
As long as it's close.
近場。あ、カラオケ！
Oh, good idea. Works for me.
お兄ちゃんとカラオケ行くの初めてじゃない？
Pretty sure we've gone a bunch of times.
二人きりは初めてだよ。あ、映画も見ようよ、映
It's a day outing.
Is there anything good out now?
画わかんないけど、なんか適当に良さげなやつ。
Okay, karaoke and a movie. Sounds like a plan.
やったー！お兄ちゃんとデート！
Seriously, this is a date? Look, just check out the movie times, okay? I'm gonna go wash up.
This one looks interesting. The Land with No Smiles.
わかった！
Sora picks up her phone and starts happily tapping away. But a few seconds later, her expression clouds over.
Oh, what's up?
パソコン使っていい？映画館のサイトが見にくい。
Oh no, is she having trouble interacting with objects?
Oh no. Sure.
あざーす。
She throws her phone onto my bed and wakes up my PC. I give her one last sidelong glance before heading to the bathroom. I turn the faucet and the water gushes out of the tap, really loudly for some reason. I can't help fretting about that sudden change of expression earlier. Seriously, how loud is this faucet?
Really loud.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
環境設定だよ。
Oh, now it turns off. Thanks for that. Son of a bitch. But mostly I'm just glad she's happy right now. And the water's off. Hopefully this little sibling outing ends up being fun enough that she can forget about her worries for a while. We wait until classes should have started before leaving the house. Then we head to the arcade by the station. Personally, I'm worried we might run into a student running late or a teacher on patrol, but it seems there's something else weighing on Sora's mind. She keeps shooting me worried glances while we walk.
ねえお兄ちゃん、
Hmm?
足大丈夫なの？我慢してない？
Not a bit. I'm fit as a fiddle.
よかったね。副作用とか後遺症とかなくて。
I'm perfectly fine, Falls.
Jeez, same. And man, thank God the petrified bits didn't crack or break. It was really stressful, making sure I didn't put too much pressure on them or hit them too hard or anything.
でも痛くない？
Not at all.
本当に？まだ指先とか石になってたりしないよね。
I'm telling you, it's fine.
見せてよ。
Here, look.
I hold out my right hand and splay my fingers. She stares at it for a few seconds, then puts her palm on top of mine. Then she entwines her fingers with mine and squeezes tight.
へへ。
Ah, you just wanted to hold my hand, you minx. She beams up at me. This sure is how a boyfriend and girlfriend hold hands. Normally I'd shake her off and throw a few caustic remarks her way, but... whatever. It's just holding hands. I don't really mind doing it for her. Great. Now I'm more worried about someone seeing me holding hands with my sister than I am about someone finding out I'm skipping school. But I have to keep my embarrassment in check. Letting Sora do what she wants is important.
お兄ちゃんが優しい。いつも優しいといいのにな。
Sorry, but this campaign's a limited time offer.
Up to 2 weeks max.
なんなのそのキャンペーンって。
It's a thank you for taking care of the chores and nursing me while I was petrified campaign. Once it's over, it's back to the usual me.
キャンペーンは私が治るまで？
Yeah, probably.
Maybe don't tell her that.
じゃあ治らなくてもいいな。
Definitely don't tell her that.
Hey, don't say that, even as a joke.
だって他の人に忘れられてもお兄ちゃんが覚えててくれればそれでいいし。
Smiling, Sora starts swinging her hand back and forth. That didn't sound like a joke to me. Well, if all she wants is to maintain the status quo, that's probably not enough to worsen her symptoms. While that's probably not the best mindset to have for the sake of her recovery, it's not the worst either.
お兄ちゃん、
When we arrive at the station, Sora tugs on my hand.
What's up?
コンビニ行きたい。
Sure, I don't mind.
ここで待ってて。
Okay.
行ってきます。
Sora lets go of my hand and trots over to the convenience store. She turns and waves to me as she pushes open the door, then hurries inside. Now I'm starting to worry again. Why did she want to go in alone? Why didn't she ask me if I wanted anything? Normally she would. Besides, the karaoke place doesn't allow any outside food or drinks, so what does she even want to buy? None of these are really significant enough on their own to warrant notice. Sora's so random I could probably just chalk this up to her acting on a whim, like she often does. But right now, every little thing puts me on edge. I'm definitely being overprotective. Maybe Sora caught on to that, and that's part of why she wanted to go in alone. I'm trying to act natural while still being cautious, but it's not going very well. Striking the right balance is hard. Sora pops out of the store while I'm sighing at just how pathetic I am. She jogs over to me, a smile on her face.
お待たせしやした。
You didn't buy anything?
うん、欲しいのなかった。
Huh. Wanna hit up a different store then?
いい。もういい。
I see.
行こ
She tried to pick something up and she couldn't she? Or didn't she?
Or even like if she got it, I'm sure the cashier wouldn't notice she existed.
Yeah. She takes my hand and starts walking. She doesn't feel like getting anything anymore? So even though she didn't buy anything, she's satisfied whatever desire she had? Huh. You know what? I ought to just drop this. If I try to read into everything she says or does, I'll just spend the entire day brooding. I should just enjoy myself. That's why we're having this outing in the first place. Round 2. And so we arrive at round 2. This place has everything, except for embossing around the bowling font. It's always packed after school, but at this hour, the place is practically deserted. It's still far from quiet, but the lack of customers gives the place a more relaxing feel than usual.
う。9時とか10時とかから開くイメージだったけど、こんな早くからやってるんだね。
Man, we're real delinquents now, huh? Skipping school to go to round 2?
不良デビューだ。お父さん泣きそうだな。
Just keep it a secret from him and you'll be fine.
I, however, will be in huge trouble.
そうしよう。 ねえねえ、ちょっと遊んでこうよ。映画までもうちょっと時間あるし。
I thought you wanted to do karaoke first.
時間に追われながら歌いたくないもん。
Ah, you've got a point there. Arcade it is.
よし、じゃあ別行動。
But why?
ゲームは一人でじっくり遊びたいじゃん。10分したらここに集合ね。
Sora dashes off to the arcade without waiting for my reply. I don't like where this is going. First the convenience store, now this. For how happy she was to be going out together, she sure wants to spend an awful lot of time alone. I guess, in a way, that's just like her, but... I fold my arms and think. If she wants to be left alone, I'm more than happy to do that. But to be honest, I'm not in the mood for arcade games. And while it's not like I have a particularly bad feeling about this or anything, I'm still a little worried about leaving Sora alone. My instincts are warning me that I can't leave Sora's side, no matter for how short a time. I make my decision and walk into the arcade as well. Time to search for Sora. If she's absorbed in a game, then that's fine. I'll just keep an eye on her. If she complains about how I'm not playing anything, I'll just give her some excuse about how I don't want to waste my allowance, or how I have more fun watching than playing. It doesn't take me long to find her. She's playing the arcade version of one of those games where you control anthropomorphized battleships or planes or something. She's completely focused on the cabinet, manipulating the touchscreen with a serious look on her face. Now that I think about it, she sure is into a lot of different genres. Intrigued, I walk over to get a closer look at the game. Oh shit.
What?
But halfway there I stop. For a second, I completely forget what I was doing. I squeeze my eyes shut and shake my head. When I open my eyes again, Sora is standing there just like before. I lost sight of her. I was looking at her the whole time. She was right there in front of me. But there was a moment when I couldn't see Sora. I'm shocked. Nausea wells up inside me, and I feel the blood draining from my face. I reflexively cover my mouth and take a few steps back. Sora's symptoms are worsening. She's not maintaining her current level of non-existence. The erosion of her stigma is progressing. I swore I'd never forget her, but... just now, for the briefest of instances, I forgot about Sora. A wave of dread washes over me. I can't leave Sora alone. No, that's not strong enough. I have to stay beside her at all times.
Sora!
When I call out to her, Sora looks away from the screen and gets up from the arcade stool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't interrupt, did I? Your game's still going, right?
なんか思ったのと違った。
Alright.
それにお兄ちゃんが寂しそうにしてるし。
Like how I was.
Ooh, not doing so great.
ずっとこっち見てたじゃん。寂しそうに。
You noticed? I mean, yeah, fine, I guess I was watching.
続きやっていいよ、気になるなら。
No, I'm good. I don't care that much.
じゃあ映画館行こっか。
Sure.
やばい、平日満喫してる。罪悪感パネーゼ。
What movie are we gonna see?
聞くの遅え。アニマルトピア。
Oh, that's like the CG one, right?
そうだけど、おじいちゃんみたいな表現やめてよね。んで、お昼食べた後にルナフォーマーズ。
Wow, going for a double feature? And seriously, we have to see that one? Didn't you see the reviews online?
逆に見たくなった。ならない？
Yeah. I get where you're coming from, but can we at least get Luniformers out of the way first if we're gonna watch both?
上映スケジュール的にこれがベストなの。ほら、行くよ。
Alright. Sora takes my hand and we head to the movie theater. There's a smile on her face and a spring in her step. I don't want to bring her down, so I put a lid on the fear bubbling up within me and try to act normal. I can feel Sora's presence in the hand I'm holding. She's right here. Even if it starts to bother her, I won't let go. I'll hold on to this hand forever. I swear it. Alright, well, I think that's where we're going to stop this episode. Things suck. Pretty badly right now.
Yeah.
This is... I knew it was going to be bad, but I was not expecting it to be this bad.
Me neither. And or this like fast.
I know. That really caught me off guard, and it's just... I really do like Sora. Yeah, she's a troll,
Me too.
and she's a lot sometimes, but at the same time, she's one of the best characters in this game.
I know.
And I really don't want to see where this is going, but I feel like it's... I mean, we haven't had any choices or anything, so I feel like it's an inevitability.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's going to come down to the 11th hour. I almost wonder, time for my theory, that has been kind of coming up
Okay.
while this episode has been going on. I think the end of episode 2, I don't think it's going to have a good ending, because this is such an aberrant timeline that I feel like it has to end poorly for the story to really logically continue.
It might.
And I don't know that it's going to have the same kind of back to the beginning sort of thing that episode 1 did. Things just got so weird in this one, and are going to get weirder before they get better. Although, I don't know if they're going to get better at this point. I really don't.
I was about to say, we don't know that are gonna get better.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. The scene at the arcade is honestly what really floored me, because I did not think
Me too.
that part was going to happen. I didn't think she was just going to phase out for a second there. Wow.
No.
But of course, now we have the setup for the scenes that we won't get to see because we don't have the patch installed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully there'll be some sort of levity. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.